Hello, I'm going to do the Capricorn Motivate Me message, and this may or may not resonate with you. If it does, take the parts that do resonate. If it does not, leave the parts that do not resonate, as those may be meant for someone else. All right, so I'm going to get my Lenormand, and we're going to pick a couple cards on what does Capricorn need to be motivated to do? Motivated to deal with, motivated to look at. What does Capricorn need to be motivated by? Peace, calmness. All right? Within a relationship. Okay, because we have the woman and she has the flower and she's kind of daydreaming. And I feel like it's having peace that a relationship will come in. Having peace within a relationship that things will work out. Motivate you to find the peace within a relationship. I feel like maybe there is a relationship that is stressful. Maybe there's a relationship that's giving you anxiety. Maybe you're unnecessarily worrying about a relationship, and it's like, you know what? I don't want to worry about things anymore. I just want to relax within the relationship. This could be a partnership, it could be a friendship, it could be a family member. And sometimes, you know what, you just have to step away from a relationship and just see how things pan out and see what things happen, right? I feel like you need to be motivated to find that peace, that calmness in a relationship, right? That calmness within yourself, the calmness within a relationship. All right, so let's grab some tarot and see what else is going on here. So let's look at what are you struggling with? So I feel, so we have the King of Wands, Five of Pentacles, and the Ten of Pentacles. And what do you need to look at? You need to look at the Death card that could represent Scorpio. We have the Five of Cups, and we have the Knight of Swords. And what is the possible future energies coming in for you? We have Temperance, which is Sagittarius, Patience, Four of Wands, which is that connection, that partnership, working together. And then we have the Seven of Wands, which is those things that are important to you. Bottom of the deck, we have the High Priestess listening to that inner voice, right? What is your inner voice telling you? What is it saying to you? What is it that you want? That lightness, that freedom, right? That peace. She looks very peaceful. She has a book that she's holding in her hand, which I haven't seen that before, even though I've seen this card many times, that she's holding a book there. I feel like it's knowledge and knowing, but I also feel like it's also about if you need more information and that brings you calmness, then that's what you need to explore. That's what you need to look for. That's what you need to look out for, right? Because knowledge is power. Knowledge brings us calmness because we know, okay, I know more about the situation. I know more about what's going on. So what you may possibly be struggling with finding this peace to motivate you to find this calmness is you're struggling with this King of Wands. So I feel like it could be coming into your own power, but I also feel like, is there somebody that is kind of, like I said, there may be somebody around you or you're in a relationship, friend, family member, partnership, work, that is controlling, right? That is domineering, that is manipulative, that is chaotic, that is, because King of Wands can be somebody who's very overbearing, and that can be stressful. It's like, oh my gosh, are you with that person in a situation where you feel like you have to walk on eggshells? Let me tell you, there's nothing worse than that, right? Being in a relationship where you feel like you're walking on eggshells and you have to be careful about every little thing that you say because you never know how they're going to take it. You could say the same thing to the person on two different occasions, and one day they may take it fine, and one day they may blow up about it. And you're like, oh my gosh, I don't even know. That's the worst thing, is being in a relationship like that. And just kind of always having to limit yourself. This is just a temporary hardship. You're feeling like you're on the outside, and you're struggling with your Ten of Pentacles. You're struggling with finding those things that make you happy. Because I feel like this is King of Wands is what's stopping this, right? This King of Wands, I feel, represents that motivating you to find that peace, but you can't because of this King of Wands. Whatever that King of Wands, whatever that chaos, whatever that energy represents for you. It could be a situation or a person. What you need to look at is, right, Death card, out, out, King of Wands, out, out the door. Whatever this represents, time to get rid of it, right? Because it's stopping you from progressing. It's stopping you from changing. It's stopping you from this energy here, right? This positivity, standing up for yourself, this connection. Again, I feel like this Death card, he's focusing on the 3 spilt cups here and not focusing on the 2 cups that are right behind him and this beautiful tree with the golden pears on it, right? He can't see it because he's so down. And I feel like these 3 cups go back here to this King of Wands. So it's like, you know what? Out the door, out the door. Knight of Swords, taking challenges. What do you need? Taking that leap of faith to make the change for yourself. You know, what is it that will motivate you? Kind of seeing that, hey, you know what? I'm always looking at these 3 spill cups. I'm always in this energy of this King of Wands where I'm feeling like I have to walk on eggshells anymore. That I'm ready to motivate myself to take that leap of faith and make those big changes that I need to make for my own peace of mind. Over here, future energies, we have Temperance, 4 of Wands, and 7 of Wands, standing up for yourself, having the sun behind your back. And then the sun is right here again, right? 1, 2, 3, right here. 3, sun, right here. Positive energy, positive focus, connection, working together in a relationship. Maybe over here, like this person is more controlling and they're like, well, it's my way or the highway. And you're just like, okay, I'll just deal with it because I don't want to fight with you. But over here, it's like, you know what? I really want that partnership. I really want to work on this together with somebody. I don't want it to be a dictatorship. I want to find that peace. I don't want to walk on eggshells. I want a relationship that's very calming, right? Because she looks very much at peace there. She looks very calm. All right, so we have Knight of Cups reaching out. I feel that the Knight of Cups, because they usually he's on a horse and he's reaching out and he's handing his cup over to somebody. So I feel like that represents communication, but I also feel like it's, reaching out and making that communication, taking that step, right? Finding the solutions, okay? What is the solution here? What is the solution that works best for you, right? What is the answer that works best for you? Is it walking away from this relationship? Is it communicating? Is it talking about things? Is it telling this person how you're feeling? Is it stepping up to the plate? Is it turning around and focusing on this 2 cups and the beautiful pear tree? Or is it just, what is it? What is that solution? You have to find that within yourself. You have to look within that high priestess, that internal energy, and saying, okay, what will work best for me? What will motivate me to find that peace and that calmness? What is that answer? And then communicate that to this person or this situation to find that, right? To figure out that answer, to figure out that direction. How do we change this? How do we work on this? Yes, maybe before I always walked on eggshells for you, but you know what? I'm not doing it anymore, right? That's the Queen of Wands. I'm not doing anything anymore that I don't want to do. I'm coming into my own power. I want my own happiness too, right? I got to make some changes. I got to step up to the plate. I'm not walking on eggshells anymore. How do we get past this? If you care for this person or situation, you feel that connection, you want to work through it, how do we do it? Help me here. 7 of Cups. I love this card. I feel like it always reminds me of the castle at Disney, right? With the beautiful gold cups and all the different colors and the rainbows and the clouds and the castle and the dream and dream big, right? Kind of, it's below that Death card, which is, the Death card is you're holding on to something that is stopping you from transition and change and out with the old, right? And in with the new. So what's the in with the new? What is that? What does that represent to you? I also feel like this represents the 2 cups and the pear tree, right? That golden opportunities. Hermit, Virgo, looking within, finding that path. Not stuffing things down anymore, bringing it to the surface and looking at it and saying, okay, these are my emotions, these are my feelings, this is what I want, this is what I need to recognize, these are the changes that I need, right? Handling a difficult situation. Sometimes we accept this walking on eggshells because we're like, I don't want to deal with it, I don't want to stir the pot, then there's always this wrath. But it's like you're teaching that person how to treat you, right? That's what you teach other people how to treat you. When you accept bad behavior, when you're constantly walking on eggshells, when you're not being treated and you're being held down, then you're teaching that person to treat you that way. So it's time to face that and say, you're not going to treat me this way anymore. I'm not going to accept it. I know that I accepted that in the past. I know that that was wrong. That was partly to blame on me because I accepted that behavior, but I'm not at peace, right? I'm not feeling calm. I'm feeling anxious. I'm feeling anxiety. So now it's time for me to step up to the plate and say, you know what? It can't go on like this. It's got to change. You know, I can't be walking on eggshells anymore. It's too much for me. We got to find that balance. We got to find that compromise in this relationship to where it works for both of us, not just one-sided, and it has that partnership. Again, we have the death card. So we have over here, what you need to look at is the death card. And I feel like, you know, it was like out with the King of Wands. And over here, I feel like with this flower, it's like new beginnings, new transformation and change. And, you know, in the new, right? Because you're no longer dealing with this and you're feeling happy. Oh, look at that. I love this card because I love her smile. Like, and I just said, you're feeling happy. And boy, does she look happy or what? I'd say she looks happy. And getting back to the relationship back in a happy place and finding that peace and be like, oh, I'm so happy now. I don't have to walk on these eggshells, or that I was able to express how I felt, right? I was able to say, you know what, you're making me feel like I always have to walk on eggshells and I don't want to do that anymore. And so, you know, having that, how does that person respond to it? Are they like, you know, I'm sorry, let me work on it. Let me, you know, let me make some changes because I don't want you to feel that way. Or do they just ignore that? So that kind of gives you some answers there too. New beginnings, new start, happiness, having fun, right? Skipping on the beach, building sand castles, the sun is coming up. Kind of looking down as, how do I get to this happy place? How do I make things happen? How do I motivate me to find that peace, that the time has come to make those changes? But it's all up to you, right? Only you're the only one that can make these changes, because if, like I said, if you've taught this person or this situation to be this way and that's how it always is, then you know, you have to learn to take responsibility for that. And then if you want it to change, that you have to come into your own power to make those changes. All right, so let's get a Whispers of Healing. I kind of feel like this one. And then we have progress. Definitely progress. You are making a ton of progress to motivate yourself to find that peace, to find that calmness, to find that connection in that relationship, right? Making progress. Instead of accepting the way things are, you're ready to make some progress here. I love that. All right, thank you so much for watching. As always, stay positive, stay safe, and I'll see you next time.